Hello and welcome to the Classroom Connection, the show that takes you inside Marion County Public Schools. I'm Kevin Christian, your host for the next 30 minutes. During that time, we will show you how students are taking charge of their own finances and earning big bonuses in the process. You'll learn why computers, coding, and circuit boards are in the hands of local students, and discover why this high school student will never have to worry about her college expenses. That's all coming up on today's show. Up first, though, many people like to cook, but what about for a living? Well, there are plenty of students who are learning a brand new craft in culinary arts. As Chadwick Pierce shows us, fixing food with finesse and flair can be a very rewarding career.
Whether it's grilling, sautéing, or cake decorating, the Culinary Arts program at CTAE has it all. And it is not just about cooking.
The state of Florida sets our curriculum. We've got a very intensive curriculum, and we've got, for all practical purposes, just over 10 and a half months to deliver the program to the students. Because of that, in our industry, it's very common for us to send our students out into the workforce, find them jobs, and let them work internship programs. Because we have such a brief amount of time, or such a short amount of time to teach the standards to our students at CTAE, we've actually brought our internship in-house. We do a lot of events on site. We do catered events, banquet hall events, small events, large events, and we also run the grill that you see the students operating behind me. This takes the place of that off-site internship, and I'm very able to carefully control the environment so that they're meeting the standards that the state requires us to set, rather than going out there and solely washing dishes for someone for 6 weeks or only prepping vegetables for 6 weeks.
Bringing everything back in-house really gives the students an advantage to honing their skills.
We spend a lot of time talking business. I tell my students all the time, you are executive level thinkers. You are business people. Anyone can go out there and be a line cook. Anybody can go out there and wash dishes. But what I want for you is, if you go out, you may start in that entry level position. You may follow the traditional brigade system where you have to work your way up to sous chef and executive level chef. But because of the skills that you get at CTAE, you should be able to kind of jump yourself through those positions very, very rapidly. Instead of it taking you 3 years to get to the position, we hope that we can get you there in a much shorter period of time, because you have a strong background to rely on.
That strong background and mindset is already starting to set in for these future chefs.
I'm a hard worker. I'm willing to start from the bottom and work my way up, just because of the simple fact that I want to have my hands in on everything. You know, I want to learn everything that I do. So if I find a restaurant or wherever that's, a high-end restaurant, and I start from the bottom, I'm fine with that. I want to get my hands in on everything and work my way to the top.
The Culinary Arts program at CTAE sets itself apart from other institutions in a very personal way.
CTAE is really a gem in Marion County. There are not a lot of people that realize that we have the extensive course offerings that we have at our school. What's so neat about it is, instead of it being a large university, we have a very small instructor-student ratio. We're able to give them that one-on-one, hands-on technical training that they might not get if they were in a larger university setting or cordon bleu CIA. Those are absolutely fantastic programs, and CTAE gives them kind of a jump start. So if they were to choose to articulate to those programs and do that after they would graduate here, it would be a very natural progression in their education.
I got one mahi.
This program is not just for adults. Several of our high schools also offer culinary arts programs to their students. Well, speaking of students, many have their own currency. At Legacy Elementary, for instance, they earn Legacy Loot. At Sunrise, it's called Sunny Money. And at Osceola Middle, they have Chief Change. But they also deal in good old, cold, hard American cash. Joel Hartley explains.
Part of our 7th grade civics program, there's an economics unit. And there's no better way to teach something than a real-life experience. And we're trying to teach financial literacy and the importance of savings to our children. So by having our students operate and run a bank here on campus with the help and support of Gateway Bank is a wonderful resource.
Our president, Rusty Branson, discovered banking on kids. It took us about 2 years to get it implemented, but over a period of 2 years we were able to come into Osceola, which we're very proud to be a part of. My kids were students here, and we're right down the road from the bank, so we're happy to be involved with Osceola, and also happy that we think this program can be a model for the rest of the community. And we hope that other banks will embrace the program and offer it throughout our community.
It took some time to get the idea off the ground because both schools and banks are highly regulated.
We're governed by different internal audit procedures, and we have to be very careful to make sure that we don't violate those school audit procedures. So our first job was to have open discussions with the officers of the bank and determine what rules and regulations are they bound to by federal regulations, and what are we bound to by our internal auditing practices, and how can we merge the two to be legal.
7 seventh graders were deputized as junior officers to run Gateway's Osceola branch.
They were nominated by their civics teachers, and then I went through the list of nominations and picked the officers I thought that would represent our campus.
It's such a great feeling to have someone choose you as to take care of this money, because not that many people take care of money very well. Like, some people steal it, and it just feels really great to be chosen.
They're responsible for opening accounts, promoting the savings accounts, and talking to other students about it. And behind me now, they're hopefully opening accounts. I know Principal McCullum has been out talking in the classroom about the banking on kids, and hopefully see some accounts open today.
13, 14, 15, 16, 10.
This is going to be a weekly program. We're going to be operating every Tuesday as the kids come on campus from 7:20 to 7:45, and we want to make it easy and painless. The painless part comes in where we're encouraging them to only contribute $1 or $2 a week. So it's painless. It's Coke or candy bar money. And so it'd be easy to contribute, but look at the benefits over the year.
One of the goals, obviously, is to teach kids that savings is very important, and the earlier you start savings, your savings account, and start the process, the better off you're going to be.
I mean, it's good so I can go shopping for the school stuff and to save up for the things that you might want, or to get prepared for college, and to invest things, because jobs are going to be like that where you have to invest money.
Well, when you retire, you're going to need money, and when you save money, if something happens to you, you can always rely on that bank account. College, cars and stuff, and health issues. For all I know, I might get cancer in 2 years, and I have money saved for it. So it's very important to have a bank account.
So far, nearly 50 students have opened their own savings accounts. Well, it is really not that difficult to create a game or an app for mobile devices like this these days, and you never know when it might take off and make you a millionaire. To pique student interest in programming, MTI participated in the Hour of Code just a few weeks ago. Once again, here's Joel Hartley.
Hour of Code is actually a national incentive to get students interested in programming. We're in the drawing for a $10,000 prize for technology for school by having the whole school participate. So we're very excited about it. My IT Academy is going around and helping each of the academies do the Hour of Code.
It makes sense IT students would participate, but what about students in the Culinary Arts Academy? What does coding have to do with cooking?
Well, culinary, auto, it doesn't matter. In today's industry, you have to know about computers, and you really will benefit from learning how to code. Everything uses code to repair it.
The Hour of Code was set up to allow students to catch on quickly. Where they go from there is up to them.
It was okay. Some things were a little difficult, and I got a little frustrated, but when I got it, it was it just flowed.
It's not that hard. You learn quickly. You learn from your errors and mistakes, and you make successes out of them.
It's graphical. You're clicking and dragging blocks, but you get the general logic. It's the beginner tutorials that they're doing to get students interested in it.
Hard at first, but then once it clicks, it's like a natural flow, and you kind of can be able to picture it in your mind. It's for math for me, because it kind of relates to math for me. I can envision it, and then it just works out.
And I have a student in my class that I introduced the Android program to, and in 3 weeks he created a game. So he is already hooked and ready to go with it.
MTI took coding beyond the virtual world of computer games. Thanks to a grant from Duke Energy, the Robotics, Automation, and Design Academy took it a step further, combining the students' new coding skills with some mechanical engineering.
This is what you call mechatronics with coding. The coding is really how the kids get the electronics and the mechanical part to work together. So they have to know some of the physical properties of levers, of gears, of how electric motors work, what kind of advantage can they get to do whatever project they're doing, and then they have to actually make the code control that, and that's what they learn how to do.
After completing some simple structured steps, the students combine their new knowledge with their imagination.
They get to do what we call freelance, where they make their own things. So we've had kids make Arduinos, do selfies, we've had them do lighthouses, we've had them do washing machines, we've had them mix hot chocolate, but they have to do all that code, all that schematic based on what they've learned in the first 2 or 3 days.
I like photography and like technology, and I just wanted to have an easier way of doing so, because I know people have like timers on their phones, but then they actually have to click their button themselves. So if you want like a family photo or something, you could actually just sit back and have everybody in it and clap and take the picture.
From automated selfies to hot chocolate stirrers to an electronic Etch-a-Sketch, the students are only limited by their imagination.
This is one of the benefits that they get when they come here, and it's really, we kind of get out of the way. We just give them the stuff, show them how we want it done, and the kids are so smart and so creative, we just get out of the way and let them go. And they're just phenomenal projects.
During the Hour of Code, more than 20 million people wrote over 600 million lines of code. Well, most kids dream of having their coloring book creations posted on the refrigerator at home. But now that art is moving in a big different direction and right onto cars across this community. Tom Lauder explains.
Who would have thought that these 5th grade art students from various elementary schools wouldn't make it to the big time?
Congratulations.
Can I say, children's artwork not only is refreshing and beautiful, but children, of course, are the future of an art museum. We want children and families to come into our museum to enjoy making art here, as well as seeing our collections. And they will be the patrons and the lovers of art in the future. So we want to do anything to celebrate children's art and have it a part of our museum.
And I immediately told everybody, get away. That's my place. So that kind of...
Children need to know that we're all creative in some way or the other, and it's fun to find which particular area they are most excited about.
Excited may be an understatement for some 5th graders. This was a chance to show their true colors.
Well, I took my time with coloring, and I tried to think outside the box of what animals to use on my flowers and the colors, using warm and cold colors.
This is absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. I feel special, and I feel happy that I at least got picked for the top 2 for my school.
All of the tags that are chosen for use as decorative tags will be placed on the front of the vehicle, but not used as a license plate.
And Marshall Petway.
The feeling that is in these students is no different than Picasso, Dali, Van Gogh, or even Michelangelo. They all had a calling.
I've always been like a happy person, and a colorful person, so I just figured to just draw what I feel like at that point.
Some of these works done by these students rivals the work of professional artists, and many are taking notice by visiting the museum.
We're just always so thrilled when anybody, particularly who's never been to the museum, comes and sees us for the first time. We have people from all over the United States who will just drop in and they are amazed at our little town of Ocala and what a wonderful museum we have here. So it's a gift.
Proceeds from the exhibit benefit the Public Education Foundation of Marion County. Well, each year we choose one person as our school-related employee of the year. And while that is fun, it's even more entertaining to surprise the 5 finalists at their workplace with balloons and lots of hype. Here's a look at this year's 5 finalists.
I have a special delivery for Brianna Hosey.
That's me.
Miss Hosey.
Hi.
George Tomlin, congratulations. You're one of our finalists for Non-Instructional Employee of the Year. Oh, buddy.
This is amazing. I'm so surprised.
What did you think when you saw this guy coming in and carrying some balloons?
I thought it was for a birthday. Brianna kiss. Wow.
Jonathan Figueroa, I have a special delivery for you. Congratulations, you're one of our finalists in the Non-Instructional Employee of the Year. How about that? You guys come stand up here. Come out here. Come stand with him. Congratulations, you're one of our Non-Instructional Employees of the Year, one of the top 5. How about that? There's an old guy in the back over there who wants to wave to you.
Where did you find out?
Kathy Fiore, congratulations. You were one of our top 5 Non-Instructional Employees of the Year. Thank you. I'm looking for Mrs. Miller. Can you tell me where Mrs. Miller is? Over here? Well, Mrs. Miller, let me come over here. Congratulations. You are one of our top 5 finalists. Stand up. Congratulations. Thank you. Boys and girls, come give her a hug and gather around nice and easy.
And we say a big congratulations to Brianna Hosey, our 2015 School-Related Employee of the Year. She is, as you saw, from Ward Highlands Elementary. Well, there is another person we need to feature. You already know Gabby Cruz from previous stories right here on the Classroom Connection, but now she is one of only 6 students in all of Florida to be named a Leader for Life. This means a full-ride, expense-paid scholarship to college and a brand new laptop computer. And we were there when the Public Education Foundation surprised Gabby with its best-kept secret.
Gabriella Cruz, we are excited to let you know that you are a Leader for Life with Pink Stocking Children.
It's been pretty tricky. The last couple of weeks, our office has known that Gabby was going to be a Leaders for Life Fellow, one of only 6 in the whole state, but yet 3 days a week she comes to our office to intern. And so she's sitting right in front of us as we are trying to plan her surprise announcement. So we called it Project Success.
Big brother Julian, Gabby's legal guardian since his senior year of high school, added international intrigue. making sure their father, who's been in Columbia the last 7 years, was present for the surprise.
First thing I came was like, okay, this is the one that I know my dad wants to see. So I told her if there's any way we can connect to Skype here, Wi-Fi, and she said yeah, so we set it up. We were having a little bit technical difficulties last minute, but everything happened, and my dad was really happy. I'm really happy that we decided to Skype him because he was crying, and it's hard. My whole high school, my sister's whole high school year, he hasn't been able to really be part of it. He sees pictures and stuff, but he's not really been able to be part of it. So he was happy he was able to see it.
It was amazing. My dad, I sometimes, it's upsetting that he's not here, but what's more upsetting to me personally is that I feel secondhand depression for him. It's like I can almost sense him, just the longing, the want to just be here and be with me through all these moments in my life.
The prestigious Leaders for Life Fellowship, in addition to her Take Stock in Children scholarship, means Gabby's first 4 years of college are covered 100%, and that may have an effect on her brother as well.
The idea behind Leaders for Life is to identify the best and brightest Take Stock in Children graduates. So to give you a sense of the scale, there's 8,000 children who participate in Take Stock. 1,400 of those kids will graduate from high school this year. 14 were selected as Leaders for Life finalists, and 6 across the whole state of Florida received the fellowship that Gabby earned today.
I hope he can go to college now and without worrying about what he's going to do with me, thanks to Leaders for Life, that I can be 100% covered and just do what I need to do so that he can do what he needs to do.
Gabby's glad to finally know the truth about Project Success and thankful for the effort everyone put in to keep her in the dark.
Our whole office has been on pins and needles the last couple of weeks, knowing she's in front of us and yet we can't share what's going on. And at one point I was crying before coming into the office because I said, I have to get all this out now, because the second I get to the office I have to put on that poker face and just pretend everything's normal and we're just having regular meetings. And it's been very difficult, but worth the surprise.
She deserves it. That part of the surprise, knowing like, oh my God, like, it just hits you that I won a scholarship. I think she deserves that moment. For all her long hours of work that she puts in, that little bit of moment makes everything better for her.
Project Success ended up turning out to be one of the best moments of my life.
Congratulations, Gabby, and we wish you the best in your quest to become an oncologist. Well, this month we celebrate 25 years of the Golden Apple, and we honor teachers for the outstanding work they do with our students. Over the last 25 years, 125 teachers stepped into the spotlight, and here's just a brief glimpse of how things have looked over the years. Next month, we will share with you this year's Golden Apple recipients and our 2015 Teacher and Rookie Teacher of the Year. So join us then. Before we wrap up today's show, though, our superintendent has some words to share with you in this month's Superintendent Spotlight.
I'm here at Maplewood Elementary School today. Maplewood is a combination elementary school located in southeast Ocala. When I use the word combination, I'll share with you that Maplewood has approximately 700 students, and 100 of those students are severe special needs students. I'm actually standing in a physical therapy room today, and you can see the equipment behind me that our children have access to, and we have a wonderful staff that works with the Maplewood children, both regular education students and special needs children. I'm also here today to recognize a special event that Maplewood is hosting. They have a specialist all the way from Colorado here to observe their school and the special programs that they're offering for their special needs students. And then later on this evening, they'll have parents come on to the campus and also meet with this professor from Colorado, who is one of the leading experts in all of the United States. So we thank Maplewood for welcoming this event tonight, welcoming their parents, and hats off to all those parents who are participating in this event tonight. Also, just a reminder for everyone that we do know that March is coming up. March is the beginning of our testing or assessment season, and everyone I know is getting ready for those tests. Our teachers are helping our students, our parents are helping our students, and I know that our students all across Marion County are going to do exceptionally well on the Florida Standards Assessment. More about that next month, though, in our next edition.
Thanks, Mr. Tommen, and thank you for joining us today. Remember, be there for your child every day.